third underground event. It's been a pleasure every time, so thank you for having me. Uh, my wife and I were talking about, she works in financial crime, and last week we were having a conversation around a data breach, and my wife said, it's the fact that people are living digital lives that's causing the problem. And I didn't say anything. I was like, my wife's always right. I'm not going to argue that statement. But at Talkdesk, we are in the contact center business, and we see our customers are getting attacked every single day. There's inbound fraud, there's outbound fraud, and it's not the fact that your data was compromised in a data breach. Fraudsters, we all know, are the smartest guys in the room. They are creating and working every single day to break down your processes, your data, and your members' data. So, and this has been in the last 12 to 18 months, I can tell you, we have spoken to each and every credit union customer of ours who's having the same problem. So it's an industry-wide problem, and I know B for bank is a bad word, probably, but it's not just the credit unions, it's the banks as well. So how do you think about this? I think you need to think about three things: your data, your processes, and the technology that you have access to. A combination of all of these three things can help you. So when I talk about processes, I still have conversations with credit union leaders to this day, and I ask them, so how are you identifying your members? How are you authenticating them? Oh, we use a social security number. Oh, we use a member ID in combination with a date of birth or a last four of an account number. Is that safe? It isn't. So when you think about your processes, you need to start thinking about how do we create a process where we can continue to bring in more and more steps into the member journey, which minimizes the risk to our members and our customers. So for example, if somebody is asking for a balance, yes, you can probably use their voice as an authentication mechanism and give them the balance. But if they need to transfer money, if they need to initiate a wire, maybe you need to think about something else. So how do you bring in these gate checks in your process where you're continuously analyzing the risk to your organizations as well as to your members? That's one. I think the data always tells a story. There's enough data. You're having hundreds and thousands, and in case you're of your size, millions of conversations every day. Look at your data. There is technology out there that can help you identify patterns. One of our customers, they're in the prepaid world, again, a big area for inbound fraud. Leveraging some of the technology that Talkdesk offers, they have now been able to identify typical patterns, and they do it not as a one-time exercise, they do it every day. They have a dedicated team that is looking at the data. They're identifying patterns, and with AI, now they are able to generate real-time sensors, which notifies their workforce around some of these patterns and guides them to what they should be doing. These are some of the ways that you should be looking at it. And I will tell you, it's real. Just the prepaid customer that I talked about, just in the last 6 months, by doing this, they've been able to save over $2 million and prevent fraud that was happening in their business. The final thing I would say is also don't stick to the status quo. What has worked for you all for all of these years is not going to work in the future. So continue to challenge yourselves, continue to work with your technology providers, because technology is there, but it's also your willingness to be change drivers and be willing to embrace technology that can help you